you guys are getting distracted. Good morning, everybody. Great to see you here. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I'm feeling wonderful today. Randy, thank you so much for taking over yesterday. I'm not seeing the recording in the back office, but it may still show up. Things show up a few days later, so I'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully it did. I hear it was a wonderful call. So, hey, I had, I've had a wonderful week. Yesterday was good to have the day off. It really was. Well, I had almost 48 hours. Cheers. Cheers to that, guys. You're awesome. Thank you. Thank you for being here, for just being who you are. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Temporary Thursday. Everything really is temporary, you know. The world as it is not a permanent reality, but is a temporary product of our choices as creators. The world, everything you see, everything that is in front of you is temporary, not on the screen. Thank you, Claudia. How about now? This too shall pass. That's right, Thomas. And that's one of Eckhart Tolle's favorite sayings, this too shall pass. And it's absolutely true. And you need to remember it, that no matter how bad things may get, this too shall pass, right? No matter how bad things may seem right now, this too shall pass. As we focus on things that are, we tend to create more of that. We tend to, you know, and I'm not saying ignore what is. What is simply gives you an idea of whether or not you're on the path. If what is not exactly what you want, then you need to make changes, correct? This morning I had a bit of an aha moment, and I had a bit of a discovery that there are some things in my world that are not exactly how I want them to be, and there are some circumstances, there are some things happening that are not going the way I want them to go, and I realized that I need to make those changes. I need to change what I'm looking for. I need to change what I'm thinking about. I need to change and start thinking about what is it that I want. What exactly is it that I want? And not focus on what is. Because what is isn't what I want. Not all of it. Now there is an awful lot of what is going on in my life that are what I want. Oh my goodness, my world is filled with things that I want. And that's why when things happen that I don't want, or when things are going on that I don't want, they really stand out, because it's like, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I'm looking for. And I let it go. It's like, that's fine. I get it now. I get it. I'm good. I get it. And now I know what I want. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. What I want, what I want is everything to be together, and I want everyone to be amazing. And I want to surround myself more and 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 more with people just like you. You all mean the world to me, more than I can say. You inspire me every day to be more and more, to be better and better, to do the things I'm teaching to. I have always prided myself in the fact that I say what I mean, that I mean what I say, that I do what I say, and I say what I do. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. Okay, so Claudia, wouldn't it be nice, Claudia, if your daughter treated you with respect? So what is the action you can take there? I want my daughter to treat me with respect. Wouldn't it be nice if my daughter treated me with respect? And that feels good. It's so nice in a world when your children treat you with respect. I can say that. And I can say, Claudia, I'm not sure how old your daughter is, but there was a time in my life when my children didn't treat me with respect. That's no longer the case. And I realized that the only way my children, yeah, at that age, my children didn't treat me with much respect. Okay? And all I could do was treat myself with respect. And if we look back, we can see where we haven't. And so all we could do is treat ourselves with respect and then treat others with respect, regardless of how they treat us. Wouldn't it be nice if my daughter treated me with respect? And I remember saying that years ago, and I live that life. I live that life with wonderful children who treat me with respect. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah, yeah, wouldn't it be nice if my husband would do what he needed to do from his surgery? It would be nice. Wouldn't it be nice if my husband would just behave? But you know, it's all about consequences, isn't it? And some people just are not prepared about the consequences. They don't think about the consequences. They just, I don't know. I don't know why some folks do and some folks don't. Hi, John. The world as it is not a permanent reality. I've really come to realize that the whole concept of focusing on what you want. In today's chapter in TNT, The Power Within You, How to Release the Forces Inside You to Get What You Want. How many of you have this book? I think many of you on the room today do. We're on chapter 10. Write it down. Oh, does that sound familiar? Let me see. Isn't that the biggest part of this? And isn't that... Oh. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. I had it handy. I knew I had it handy. And isn't that what this is all about? Writing down your story, saying it out loud, thinking what you want, focusing on what you want, not what is. So I want to ask you all right now, before we talk about writing things down, this is not just about writing down dollar values. It's all about picturing things, right? Yeah, isn't that amazing, Claudia? Like, I mean, we've read the book on the call before. We've gone through it, and you know, if you go in here and you write down your thing like I did, I copied it right out of the book, for heaven's sakes. But it's working. That's what it's all about. Write it down. Picturing things can be a difficult thing, and so you got to practice small. As you can tell, my story is very, you know, it's not very long and detailed. However, I made a conscious decision this morning that I'm going to expand on my story, and I'm going to start putting in the details of the house that we're remodeling. I'm going to start putting in the details of everything, and I'm going to start talking about it more to everyone, about remodeling the house and how cool it is. And it's going to be so nice when we have the bathroom up here where the bathroom should be. It's just going to be wonderful. It's going to be so fun. I am excited. If where you are now isn't where you want to be, it's temporary. You can create a new reality. Let's start reading on chapter 122. Sorry, chapter 10, page 122. We'll see how far we can get through this today. What your eyes see and your ears hear, if seen and heard often enough, you remember and make a part of your life. Scientists and advertisers both recognize this fact in their use of visual aids and recordings to impress the minds of different groups of people. Yeah, I love that, Claudia. Claudia has a new tattoo of a palm tree. If that's not a hint of going to the beach, yeah, if that doesn't remind you every day, I don't know what will, right? Oh, I can feel your beach. I can see you sitting on your porch with your feet up, just like on one of Tina's books. You know, her bubble, you know, her books with the feet with the flip-flops. I can see that. I can see the sand. I can see your cup of your beverage sitting there and your computer not far. You're just sitting there relaxing, reading your book, enjoying, you may be listening to Morning Motivator. It's just like, oh, the sea air is amazing, isn't it? Some people are influenced more by what they see, others by what they hear. It depends upon which sense they have developed the habit in childhood of utilizing the most. You may be on a car trip with someone and keep on noticing things in passing which the other person didn't see. He or she is not trained in observation as you are, but may say to you, "Did you hear that?" And you may say, "No, what?" There are varying degrees of sensitivity in sight and hearing. I was criticized so much when I was a child that I didn't want to hear what was said about me. So I don't hear now as well as I should, a man said to me. When I was a little girl, a woman related, I saw something I shouldn't have seen, and this shocked me so that ever since I had been afraid to use my eyes any more than I need to see what I have to see. I find I'm not paying attention to many things taking place around me because I inwardly feel it's none of my business and that I shouldn't be noticing them. Inhibitions are one of the great self-inflicted plagues of the human race, but we all have our share in one form or another. It's almost impossible not to have taken on some during the growing up process. Anyone here have inhibitions? We all have them, to some degree. As adults, however, we should have the intelligence to recognize and to eliminate as many of these emotional tie-ups as possible so that we can be freed of their destructive influence over us. Picturing the things you want to have and do in life is therefore a good method of crystallizing and pinpointing your desires so that your mind can find better focus, its attention upon them. Your mind can find better focus. Somehow that sentence does not make sense to me. I would rewrite that. There's a grammatical error there. Anyways, it's talking about that the more you picture things that you want, it's a way to crystallize that and pinpoint your desires in your mind so that you can better focus your attention on it, so that your brain can better focus its attention. You don't really have to do it. For this reason, I recommend as an aid in the visualization of things you want, in order to keep them uppermost in your thoughts, that you write a word picture of them on small cards so that you can have them where you can look at them as frequently as possible. Write it down. How many of you have started to write your picture, to write your story of what you want in the future? Just a quick yes or no. Let's get a poll. How many of you have done this? Let's all be honest. How many of you have done this? Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, how many of you have either typed it or written that down? I recommend by hand. 3. Anyone else? Claudia, John, and Tamara have. Thomas has a listing. Maggie has not. Thank you for being honest, Maggie. I'm going to put you on the spot. You know that, right? Randy has. Shauna says, no, but Tamara gave me the structure. I'm going to do it today. Yes. Yes, Shauna. I love to hear that. And I love this. Listen to Claudia. And I can change it if I want. You're darn tootin' you can. Anytime you want, as many times as you want. You can go through and take that story and rewrite it. I can go and open that file and I can add to it. I can change it. Maybe I want to put more money. Maybe I want to change the date and make it sooner. Maybe I want to write more things that I want. Maybe I want to really picture it and picture the garden and the garage and the deck out here and everything. Picture everything. My new kitchen. In fact, I want to get somebody in here who is architecturally that way and can look and say, yes, this is how we would do it, and actually start drawing plans. That's how it happens. And so we've got 4 people here who have written down what they want and 1 who's going to do it today. Just not had a chance. Maggie, do you see that that is the biggest excuse in the world? And that nothing in your life will ever change until you stop for 30 seconds and start writing down what you want? when you get up in the morning, Maggie, I'm going to put you on task here. Tomorrow morning when you get up, I want you to get up out of bed 30 minutes earlier than you normally do, and I want you to sit down with a pen, and I want you to write something down that you want. One thing that you want, and I want you to write as much description about that as you can in half an hour. Well, I'm glad that you know that by doing that here, Maggie, it's putting it out there. You know you need to do this. Or do it right after the call. Or even do it right now, Maggie. Get out that pen. What is it that you want? Right now, write it down. Just write down what you want. Something small, whatever it is, just write it down. What do you want? You can grow on it later. Get out the piece of paper and a pen. That's right. Thanks, Tabra, for the reminder. You need to have that pen. We make time here every morning. That's right. You're here every day. Get that pen out right now, Maggie. Have you got the pen out and the paper, Maggie? Right now, write it down. What do you want? And then come and tell us in here. What is it that you want? We are safe for you to share that with. Do you guys know that? You are in safe company here. You are in company that's going to encourage you, that's going to say, yes, that's a great dream. You can do it. Am I right? As a suggestion, stick a card above the mirror to be looked at in the morning when you shave or fix your hair. If you don't have cards, put it on sticky notes. I have little sticky notes. Here's my sticky note right here. Look. $100,000, $100,563.29. I have sticky notes all over my house with that number on them. I know that number. I can see that number just by going, pooh, I close my eyes, I see that number. And I see it because I wrote it down. I wrote a story about it. I copied it right out of Think and Grow Rich, and I've been reading it every day. It's June 14th, 2015, and we have $100,563.29 in our bank account. We're debt-free and looking to purchase and remodel our home. The money will come from various sources as we focus our attention on building the contact list builder funnel and helping our members to do the same. My faith is so strong that I can see this money in my possession. I can see it before my eyes and touch it with my hands. It's now awaiting transfer to me. I'm awaiting my plan of action, and I'm executing it as it comes to me. Oh, look at that. Shauna's going to start with her 100 people on her list. You can do it, girl. And then you're just going to, what does that feel like? How's that going to grow? What does that look like? You have to be able to picture that. You have to be able to go into your autoresponder and be able to see those 100 people. How many of those are going to convert to members? You can picture them filtering in, filtering through the system. It's so fun. Have another card convenient to look at while you eat your lunch, your dinner. Use the cards again just before going to sleep. Keep it up. Tap, tap, tap. However, there's no point in writing down your wishes until you've determined that every single detail of what you want is to be photographed permanently in your thoughts, to stay there until it becomes a reality. So you can't think about it and then think about something else and just say, well, I'm never going to get that. I would love to have that, but I can't afford it. Okay, who's guilty of that? I would love to do that, but I can't afford it. That is our worst hindrance right there. I would love to do that, but I can't afford it. I would love to do that, but I can't afford it. I would love to do that, but I can't afford it. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough money. I wish I had enough money. It's the one thing you need to stop doing and simply say, yes, I would love to do that. I'm going to find a way to do that. I said to Tamara one day, Tamara, I know you don't have $100 laying around, but go take $100 out of your bank account, put it in your wallet, and go and spend it for the day. Go around and say, wow, I could buy that. I mean, even if you do it online, I could buy that. I have $100 here. I could buy that if I wanted. I could buy that if I could buy those boots. Oh, I've always wanted those black leather boots. They're so nice. Oh, I love that purse. I can buy that purse. I have $100. Tamara spent $100,000 that day. And at the end of the day, she put the $100 back in her bank. She didn't spend any money. Could she afford to do that? Can you all afford to do that? Yes, you can. Don't tell me you can't. You're going to go find that $100. You're going to take it out for the day, and you're going to go spend it virtually. You need to have that cash in your hands to do it. And it's changed everything. I've noticed it changed in Tamara's attitude since she did that, you know, because she really wasn't getting this money thing. It was really difficult for her, this money thing. She's got it now. Opportunities are constantly flowing past you in the stream of life unless you reach out and grab them. If you don't know what you're looking for, how can you get it? I'm going to talk about something in a moment, something that John's been looking for that's just dropped in his lap. And he was hell-bent. I got to tell you, since I met him, it's like, this is what I want. I want this kind of pay plan. I want a business that's this. This is what I want. And he's been trying to build it for years and years and years, and it fell in his lap. Why? Because he didn't stop thinking about what he wanted. He didn't know how he was going to have it. It was a dream of his, and he knew he wanted it. And it didn't come in the form that he thought. It didn't come exactly how he had pictured it, but he pictured it very strongly. And he knew that it may come in different forms, and it did. Kind of blew him over, didn't it, John? Every way you can express what you desire in writing, in voice, in pictures, helps vitalize the creative power within and keeps your thoughts magnetized on your target. Some men and women keep a large envelope labeled "My Heart's Desires," in which they keep written statements of what they want, of changes they wish to make in their lives, economically, personally, physically, mentally, spiritually. They put aside certain things during the day or evening when they get off by themselves and reread and reflect upon the different written expressions of heartfelt desires. They also check each one and take inventory to see if they've made progress toward their respective goals. When they reach a certain objective, they mark the case closed and write on the card an expression of their thanks to the God power within for helping them realize their dreams. And then they go on to something else, constantly unfolding and developing. It's an endless, glorious, satisfying process. If you are just starting, you will need to remake your thinking, eliminating many wrong thoughts and emotional reactions which are already in consciousness. And to do this, it will be helpful for you to write down what you now realize should be your right attitude toward others, toward money, business, and everything of importance that you have to deal with in your everyday life. Don't focus on what is, focus on what you want. Write it down. Maggie, have you started writing it down yet? Marjorie Mays, a dynamically successful businesswoman in San Francisco, attributes much of her success and the wide circle of devoted friends whom she enjoys to the written word. She has defined her attitude toward business, toward earning, and the meaning of money. She rereads this statement, the no in business, every day as a formula to live by. Then she listens for the voice within to direct her life. Marjorie Mays has consented to let me share her inspired statement with you, and I want to read this to you before we go into our meditation today, and then we will continue and finish this tomorrow. Okay? So what I'd like you guys to do right now is just sit back and just listen to this statement and feel the power of this statement. And whether this has nothing to do with religion or anything. Remember, we've talked about our God power. I want you to just sit back and listen to this statement. The no in business, that's K-N-O-W. Pray at all times, knowing right prayers are answered. Anything that ever is forever God's. All that I am is God, and I am part of God. Therefore, nothing but divine harmony is expressed in my life. I individualize God and have direct contact with truth. My intuition is perfect. My spiritual perception is perfect. I know God is my wisdom, my intelligence, so I am always directed to right action at all times, as God is the only doer. God works through me, therefore I am always working rightly, and there is no danger of any harm to anyone because of my negotiations. There is no waste of time, for God's work is my work. Therefore my work is well and unselfishly done. My thoughts are clear, new, fresh, and powerful results are felt in my work. My ever-praying thoughts are the handiwork of God. Powerful as the eagle that flies over the universe with direction in season, yet as gentle and humble and non-aggressive as the dove. My prayers go forth in all my negotiations in the name of God, and I, therefore, cannot close a single day empty-handed. My prayers are powerful, and I know they will accomplish that which I accept as right action. I know every relation in life will be found to depend upon my ability to see God in action in my life and prayers. I am not dependent on man or conditions. I am dependent upon substance, spirit. Therefore, I do not look to man or conditions, but to the infinite for directions. I listen to my intuitions, which is accepting God. My eyes are fixed upon appreciation of God's gifts, and I do not place money apart from those gifts. Therefore, money loves being in my purse because I spend with God's wisdom. I receive money through right action in all my deals. I do not bargain with God. I do not tell God how money must come to me. I just negotiate, listening to my intuitions, knowing that it is done unto us as we believe. Your inner power, that universal power that we all have access to, whether you call it your God power or the universe or whatever name you attach to it. When you believe that that power is with you at all times, that you, as Esther says, you alone are in control of that power, although you are never alone. And because of that, we are all connected. We are all connected, each and every one of us. We are all connected to one another and to our source. We're not separate from that source. Maggie, how you doing with your story? I'm going to put you on task, Maggie. Is that all right? I'm going to ask you to be accountable. It's the only way. It's the only way. And so tonight, Maggie, at the end of your day, you can add to your story. Whatever you have written, I want you to say out loud. I want you to think it out loud. I want you to close your eyes as you drift off to sleep tonight, being in an attitude of great gratitude, and I want you to picture that story before you go to sleep. Just write them all down, Maggie. Go back and forth with things you want. Just write them all down. There is nothing you cannot have. You know that, right? It's not, I can have this or this. You can have it all. So don't go back and forth. Just go with the flow. Allow it to come through you and go, yes, I want that. Yes, I want that. And that, and that, and that, and that, and more, and more, and more. Yes? Everyone, yes? I want to see everyone say yes. We're going to do some money meditation today. We're going to meditate about money today. Isn't that exciting? Everyone say yes. We have to start learning to say yes. Not no. It's not no, I can't afford it. No, I can't do it. It's yes, I'm going to do that. It may not be today, and I am going to do it. The universe will provide for me, and it will happen. I will picture what I want. I know what I want, and I know the universe will bring it to me as it is intended. So let's sit back for 15 minutes. Let's listen to a little bit of Esther and Abraham. Let's say yes.
We are going to stand for a while in your physical shoes and speak words that are of greatest advantage to you. Breathe in, breathe out. We want to help you find the vibrational stance to allow financial abundance to flow into your personal experience. Breathe in, breathe out. The stream of abundance flows generously, and it is right and it is time for you to receive your share. This will not be difficult for you to do, and it will not take much time, because you are already well along the way. Breathe in, breathe out. There is power in the words that you are hearing, and in time your resistance will subside and your allowing will begin. As your resistance is replaced with allowing, as doubt is replaced with belief, your abundance will become evident. Breathe in, breathe out. Our words will help you to shift your feeling about money from worry or concern to eagerness and fun. Breathe in, breathe out. When that emotional shift occurs, immediate financial manifestations will be the evidence of that shift. Breathe in, breathe out. If we can convince you that the path to financial abundance is simply an emotional path, with each hearing of these words, you will breathe out more resistance, and your feelings will improve. Breathe in, breathe out. Your work is not one of action. There are no courses to complete. There are no requirements for you to meet. Just a comfortable and gradual rediscovery of your natural state of relief and of ease and of well-being. Breathe in. Breathe out. You are never deprived when someone else gains, because abundance expands proportionately to match desires. Breathe in, breathe out. When the success of another makes your heart sing, your resistance is gone and your own success soars. Breathe in, breathe out. The fastest way to get to an improved financial condition is to look for pleasing things that you already have. For in the seeking and finding of that which is working, more success will come, and it will come quickly. Breathe in, breathe out. While your life will continue to call more abundance to you, the majority of that work is already done. And now, with far less effort than you have been believing, your financial condition is about to improve. Breathe in. Breathe out. Financial abundance does not occur in one's life because of hard work, or good luck, or favoritism. Financial abundance is simply the universe's response to consistent thoughts and feelings of abundance. Breathe in. Breathe out. When you are able to accomplish the feeling of abundance before the evidence has shown itself to you, the evidence must come and will continue to come as long as you maintain the feeling of abundance. Breathe in. Breathe out. Anytime you are feeling good, no matter the reason, you are accomplishing the feeling of abundance. Breathe in. Breathe out. In your absence of resistance, everything that you have asked for is making its way right to you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Each time you focus upon these words, your resistance becomes smaller and your allowance becomes greater. With each passing day, your vibrational point of attraction will change until there will be an obvious tipping point. Breathe in. Breathe out. For a while, the only evidence of your financial progress will be your improved emotional state of being. And if you will let that be enough, taking no score of financial progress, the financial improvement will show up. Breathe in. Breathe out. We are so pleased to have this opportunity to express to you our appreciation for all that you are. We want to let you know that it is our absolute promise to you that the abundance you seek is coming. Breathe in. Breathe out. You are doing extremely well. Abundance is flowing to you. Relax and enjoy the unfolding. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel appreciation for what is and eagerness for what is coming. There is great love here for you. Breathe in. For the next few minutes, letting the music guide you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain in the vortex.
Well, that was pretty fun. Wonderful, wasn't it? Are you guys feeling rich, abundant? Yeah. How's that story coming, Maggie? Going to be awesome, isn't it? Looking forward to asking you about it tomorrow. And remember, you've started writing things down. Just let them be, Maggie. Don't don't force it. Just let it be. The universe is just going to start bringing you all kinds of things you need. You guys are awesome. I am going to ask you to send out some good vibrations today. Dawn's daughter down in Okotoks. I don't know if you guys know that last year there was some major flooding here. They managed to escape it. This year, not so lucky. Their basement is flooding. Dawn's heading down to Okotoks right now to pick up the grandkids and bring them back up to Calgary. Might even be bringing Sid back up. I'm not sure. He'll assess the situation when he gets down there. But let's just put out some prayers there that that their home doesn't flood more than it already is, that it starts receding and they can make things happen. But yeah, just send good vibes their way. I got 2 little kids, 3 and 1, so we want to make sure that everybody's safe and happy. They're a little bit stressed out right now, so we'll send good vibes their way. We're going to stop a little bit. We're going to do some more Serena Ryder because that gets us feeling good. And you know what? Good vibrations come from feeling good. You guys are awesome. See you back here tomorrow morning. I love you all.